Looking forward into some of our next steps, we're going to continue to gather information regarding reopening and stay on top of that as the governor releases additional information and any associated Lake County actions, stay on top of the resources that become available, and work with communications staff to ensure that we have up-to-date and clear messaging with all that new information. We're also going to continue to work with those businesses that reach out to us and keep looking at ways that we can assist small businesses with their needs, how we might be able to help facilitate that. We're actually been working with Tommy in emergency management on potential initiatives and opportunities that might be available to us to assist businesses in terms of PPE availability. That was a really big theme throughout the survey responses, was across almost all industries, the need to procure PPE for them to be able to operate and feel safe doing so for both their employees and people visiting their locations. I'd also like to say, in being involved with the Orange County Economic Recovery Task Force, one major underlying theme that has continued to come up there is how we can all work together to build consumer confidence back up and different strategies that could be deployed to help achieve those goals. As that group continues to progress and move forward, I'll make sure to bring back and share that information and those ideas with the board here. But with that, that does conclude my update, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you all might have.
I have a comment.
Oh, questions?
Chair? This is
yes, Commissioner Parks.
Okay. I just want to say I appreciate, first of all, working with Brandon over the last 2 weeks since we talked about this at the last commission meeting, by helping to identify some of the businesses in the community, those that have a lot at stake. So I want to thank Brandon. We were able to get some names out. Maybe some of the other commissioners did as well too, but I think Brandon made a great effort to try to outreach on this. And this is an epidemic or pandemic that obviously has lost. There's been a lot of loss of life, but there's also great economic damage that's being done. And I think Brandon, you just used a good word, consumer confidence. And you also mentioned some programs, some additions, I guess, to what you're doing. You're looking at the feasibility of some of those programs, one of which was PPE. And I think that goes to helping build consumer confidence. And I would like to express support for I think some of the preliminary discussions that I've heard between what Laser does, because Laser, we think of Laser helping during a hurricane, for instance, somebody that is in need to do, to fix some damage, or what they're doing now all over the county, providing, literally 14 truckloads worth of food. But Laser also can also help the businesses affected that are greatly affected by this COVID-19 virus. And so I would like to further explore, and I guess maybe express my support for Laser working with your office, Brandon, to acquire PPE, because they are a nonprofit, can take corporate donations, can raise money, as well as I think there are essentially our wing or our arm of serving through disasters from the county officially. So I think through us funding that effort specifically, not just what Laser's doing now, but specifically funding PPE efforts to help businesses that are impacted by this, along with the corporate donations that they will receive, I think will make a great impact to building up that consumer confidence, because they're out there on the streets, on the ground level, doing this on a day-to-day basis. And I really, again, I've said it probably 2 or 3 times already, but I really would support what you are looking into already with Tommy and Laser. And I think the commission, we should support that effort. So I just, and maybe we'll talk about this when we get to the budget discussion later on in this meeting. But and so I'm kind of just prefacing things right now. But I really support that effort through Laser and your office, Brandon and Tommy. Thank you.
Any additional questions or comments for Brandon?
Madam Chair, this
Okay,
is
great.
Madam
Yes,
Chair, this is not a question, but I just wanted to make a comment. We do have a meeting attendee who has raised their hand to speak, and I just wanted to let that attendee know that we'll be getting to the citizen question and comment period shortly, and that'll be an opportunity for public comment.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting them know. Yes, Brandon, great job. Great job with the survey. Anything you can do as far as helping folks that are trying to navigate the unemployment process. I know that you've been able to connect some people to some resources in that regard through CareerSource, and I like the ideas that have been kicked around as far as trying to help our businesses with supplies that they need in order to create a safe environment, which then